Hello people, this time I'm going to talk about dictionary definitions and the semantics of words. So first of all, I want to talk about homonyms. For example, a word that has the same pronunciation or the same spelling or both, but have different meanings. So for example, tire is the surrounding of a wheel, or it could be the verb to tire, to stress, right, to exhaust. Those are two different meanings, right? The first one is the wheel, a synonym to the wheel, and the other one is synonym to the exhausting. So, how do you know how to distinguish? In English, the same pronunciation sometimes doesn't have the same spelling. In that case, it's a homonym with different pronunciation. Sometimes it's a heterograph, which is that it has different glyphs but the same pronunciation. Okay, like for example, saw and saw. Okay, so in that case, it's the same pronunciation. Saw, S-A-W, and S-O-W. Saw with S-A-W is the simple past of the verb to see, and saw with S-O-W is the simple present of the verb to plant. Okay, so you have a complicated system of language that becomes ambiguous, which is something I hate, ambiguity, depending on pronunciation, sometimes on writing, it's a bit ambiguous. And so, for example, read and read. It's the same spelling but different pronunciation. And it's for the same verb, unfortunately. So if you see it written, it's more difficult to distinguish between the simple past form or the present form. The only thing that would dictate what it is the context. But sometimes even knowing the context doesn't help. So, another thing that you see a lot in the internet, which is filled with ignorant people, is unfortunately the manipulation of meaning. So they don't like the dictionary definition, so they add another entry in their minds, not in the dictionary, and they use words. This is especially true for cults and ideologies, weird ideologies. In politics they use it a lot. They mean something else even though they refer to a specific noun, right? Or any word whatsoever. So it's complicated, it's annoying that these people change the meaning. So my solution is stay with the dictionary meaning and don't change it. Now, in time, people have changed the meanings, but they have worked for that, and then they created literally works that literacy works that were taken into consideration by learned people, by researchers, literacy researchers, that figured out that at certain point people were using that word frequently enough to mean that semantic, and so they accepted it in the dictionary. But unsurprisingly, the English language doesn't have a dictionary, an official dictionary, unlike Spanish, for example, which has La Real Academia Española, which dictates what is official Spanish, Castellano, and what isn't official Castellano Spanish. So that's an unfortunate thing about English, but there are very good English dictionaries out there, like Merriam-Webster dictionary, the Oxford dictionary, depends on which English you're talking about, British, American, or English, or British. What other good, or for example, websites that I recommend are freedictionary.com, wordreference.com, forvo.com. These are very good dictionary. Well, forvo.com especially is for understanding pronunciation, because in English there is no official pronunciation for a specific syllable, so you have to memorize the pronunciation for the entire word, which is very annoying. This doesn't happen in Spanish or Italian or even in Japanese, and I think also it doesn't happen in Mandarin. So it's unfortunate that English has that handicap. You know, don't invent new words. I mean, don't invent new meanings for already established words. If you want to create a neologism, you're creating a new science, go ahead and do it. But don't create a new meaning for an already existent word, because it's already saturated, it's confusing and ambiguous, not good for learning. This is not understood, not even by academics, researchers, scientists. They don't understand the importance of avoiding ambiguity. For example, vector. Vector in mathematics has one meaning. Vector in C++ jargon is computer programming in C++, right? Has another meaning. Vector in biology has another meaning, and they're all a little bit related, but they're not the same, and it's very annoying. Use another fucking word, right? Don't be so uncreative. I can think countless of examples. For example, the equal sign in C, the C programming language, means assignment, and in mathematics is equality sign. It's annoying. Why do you do it? It's completely unnecessary. You just confuse people. You make them work more than it's necessary. People drop out of studies because of those ambiguities. Don't do it. Don't create ambiguity. It's super important for the future of humanity. Don't create ambiguity. Yeah, it's inevitably going to be ambiguous, but at least help to not be so ambiguous, okay? That's all for today. I think I will touch this subject matter later on because it's very important. See you later.